What's going on, everybody? Hi, hello, how are you doing today? Huh? Hopefully good. Hopefully everybody is enjoying this lovely, lovely weekend. School's almost out, so that's going to be fun. We'll be intrigued to see how the summer turns out for all of the Rugrats. Oh, that's already open. Haha. Why did it open it twice? What? Oh, that's why. Different ones, different ones. So, as promised, we are... Don't you sass me. We are going to go ahead and we are going to jump right back into the game design for the 2D game that we're building. Again, this is going to be one of those where, we're going to be kind of following tutorials, but we're also going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? We're also going to be altering the tutorial to match what we want. So some of this will be done in the tutorial assets. Other parts of it will be done in the, with my own assets. So anyways, let's go ahead. We'll jump over and we'll get started. So when we left off last time, memory serves, it's been about a week, so I haven't touched this project at all since we were last live. We spawned the guy in, and now we can look and see he walks, he walks, he walks, he walks. Now, based on the size of the existing map, it's not quite what we want. So that's okay, though. Again, this is just for testing, making sure we get everything working, and then we'll move into the other fun stuffs. So let's go ahead. We're going to jump in, and we're going to work on some music, and we're going to connect the scenes. Have to get my routing set up for my audio, though, so I can make sure it comes through properly. That's interesting that my XLR tab is not up at all. This is actually an app that I use to control all of my audio. I'm gonna check one thing really fast, and I'm gonna apologize if you guys see and or hear an echo. I have to ensure that I've got my mic working, since we don't have anybody here at the moment that can help me confirm it. Let's see what the Twitch says. The Twitch says... Let's see what the Twitch says. That the audio works. Okay, so we'll get my phone on charge, and then we'll get started. Oh, always allow, blah, 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 blah. All right. So we need to change this from game to system for now. We'll change it back in a little while. Turn some audio up so we can hear it. All right, so we've got our little village scene here. So let's go ahead and get a few different things added to it. And actually, tell you what we're going to do. let's go ahead. We're going to jump into scenes. We're going to change this, create folder, tutorial scenes. Yoink, yoink, yoink. And we'll go create folder, my scenes. Okay, let's create a new scene. All right, so this is going to be the first little scene we're going to work on, and I'm just going to do a rough sketch of this one. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to create a couple of empty ones here, and we're going to call these map points. And under map points, I'm going to create 4 empty objects. Northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast. So what I'm going to use these for is I'm going to make the map a set size. And we're going to set all of these with a little icon. Now if we jump in and see it, well, you can't see it because that's setting there. All right, so let's go with the northwest and the southwest. Let's go ahead and set those to a minus, let's say minus 40. Northeast, southeast, we'll set those to 40. And we'll set the we'll set them all to 40 on the Y. But we're going to walk through and do a couple things here. Change these to a minus 40. So now if I jump to this, we're at minus 40, 40. 40 minus 40. Minus 40 minus 40. 40, 40. Cool. So now that those are out, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to create a 2D object, and we're going to create a tile map. And rectangular is fine. We're going to make a couple layers here. Water. Boop, 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 boop. Just going to go ahead and just run these through. Okay, water, shadow. Whoops, turn caps lock off. Ground shadow. Pathway shadow. Solid objects, solid object shadow. And then above player, and then above player shadow. That can be deleted. So there's all of those. Cool. So what these are for is it's going to put in different layers for anybody that's never worked a 2D game before. It's the layers are set up in such a way that here, let me just show you. It just makes it this much easier. Okay, so let's see. What dungeon props floor grassland. We'll go with the grassland tile here. It's doing its thinking. Hang on just a moment. There we go. Haven't I made these yet? Oh my. Okay, we've already made these. We're good. So, tile map renderer. We've got all of our stuff already set up. So we'll start with water. And we'll go ahead and we'll go over to our tile over here on that side. And we'll grab some water. So we've got a couple different ones to choose from. I'm just going to go ahead and grab this center dark one. And we're going to make sure that we are on the water tab. And we're going to, select a box. There we go. I'm going to drag a box. And then I'm going to jump to the northeast one. Oh my. I was already on the northeast one. Aha. Get that gone. Get that there. So now let's go to the northwest one. Back to water. We might have already covered this in the last video, but I honestly don't remember. So if we did, I am sorry. But I promise it'll be worth it in the end. Okay. So now that we got those points there, let's get this back over out of the way and we'll zoom out so you can see what we just did. So we've now made the map 40 by 40. 40 on the X, 40 on the Z. So what we'll do is we'll just cover the whole thing with water. Make sure that's all lined up. Cool, that's all lined up. Now, let's go ahead and jump to the ground. We'll just do grass. And let's see, let's do right here. That'll be 1. This will be 1. And this will be a big one. There we go. So now we got a rough layout of what our little village will look like. So jump over into the painting here. I really hope I didn't already make this because I'm going to feel like an idiot if I did. So we're going to change this to the, keep that there, grassland, floor, houses. Yeah, this is the one we want. Let's go ahead and drag in a couple of these really quick. We're going to put this on the solid objects. That's going to be solid objects. And just putting these in here, I may wind up making this a little larger. We'll have to see. All right. I mean, this might be functionable for the moment. All right. So let's get the grid closed off really fast. Let's go ahead. We can get rid of the map points. We don't need those anymore. Okay. Create empty work objects. Set that to 0. Now, the reason for setting this to 0, this is not going to have anything in it. It's going to be a blank object. It's just going to be like a holder. But if we are going to be putting in a bunch of different spawn points, which is actually one of the things we're going to work on, so we're going to create empty under there. We're going to call this one spawn points. We're going to duplicate that. We're going to call this one, we don't need to duplicate that. And just delete. And let's see, right click. Oh, nope, we do have to create an empty camera border. It's gonna be at 0, 0. We're gonna add a component. We're gonna call this one a box collider 2D. And we're gonna go ahead and edit the collider size. Let's do 40, 80. 80. Oh my. Oh, I'm a dork. Accidentally turned on a button on my keyboard. Okay, so this is going to be a trigger. Okay, so next let's go ahead, right click, work framework, work game starter. We want to have that set there. Let's go ahead and start creating our spawn points. So let's go Machinum spawn point. Okay, let's go 2 in. Okay, 2 item shop, 2 weapon shop, 2 armor shop, 2 abandoned house, and then 2 names house, and I'll make 3 of those. 4. We'll have a total. Well, we'll have a total of 3 of them. I like 3. All right. So we want to do a couple different things, but we can't. There's a few things we can't do, and this is my fault. We need to use the Z rotation. Don't need to worry about planting it on the ground. And each of these are going to have their own rotation. But let's go ahead and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and let's try that again. 2M, to weapon shop, to item shop, to armor shop, abandoned house, to names house. All right. So how many houses we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we got these guys' houses here. Okay, cool. We can work with this. So to the end, this is going to be the first one we start with. So let's zoom in on this one. And let's go ahead and we can keep it as is. So let's go W. Okay. To the N. We'll choose where the weapon shop is. Let's make this one the weapon shop right here. And then the item shop, we can make this one the item shop. Now these placements will be fine-tuned, but for right now, this is what we need here. What do we got? What up? Hey, Swag. Appreciate the follow, man. Okay, abandoned house. We got that one. It's gonna be up here in the corner. How you doing tonight, man? Okay. Throw that one right there. And let's go ahead and throw a couple of other houses in here just to match these other ones. That one. And we'll throw in this one. Okay. So now we'll grab this W, we'll move it here. Grab this one and we'll move it here. There we go. Now, I did kind of oops on these. I did to and not from, because these are going to be the spawn points from the buildings. Nice. You doing two-dimensional or 3D? And then we're also going to make one more, and we're going to call this one from Valley. The valley is going to be right about here. And then we're going to make a few changes to each of these spawn points. We're going to change the IDs. So the N is 0, weapon shop is 1, item 2, armor 3, abandoned house 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm doing a city game, like open world game, but not too big. Nice, man. Yeah, the city builders, they can definitely be a challenge. So are you doing like Sim City style, or you going like Manor Lord style, or are you going more like RTS where they have to build it and have other goals? Okay, I'm over he's answering that, we're going to call this one scene changers. Now to the scene changers one, we're going to be putting in a few different scenes to go to. So each of the buildings and to the valley. Right click, Magnum, scene changer 2D. Now with the scene changer 2D, we need to make a change though. We do not want a circle collider, so let's get rid of that, and we'll add instead box collider 2D and set it to trigger. And we need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and we'll keep it 0 to 0, and we'll call this one 2 in. We'll just try to match it up. 2 in, 2 weapon shop. Modern style, I'm using different game engine. Sometimes use Unity. Yeah, you know, Unity is, I don't know, I think Unity is definitely a double-edged sword right now. If you're just, for what I tell folks, if you're just getting into Unity while it's, or not Unity, I'm sorry, into game design, Unity is a phenomenal tool. However, with all the controversy that Unity's had here over the past, I don't know, year or so, there's nothing stopping anybody from trying different platforms, and I actually highly recommend it. In my case, I have an exorbitant amount of assets that I've purchased over the years, and it's kind of like a kick in the teeth if I were to have to try to start buying all of those over again. Some of the assets that I use, they do have the ability to work inside of like Unreal, but I would say a good 90% of them sadly do not. Okay, so let's go ahead and adjust this. So, I mean, for instance, with the tool that I'm using right now, I might be able to get it in Unity, but in Unreal, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so the weapon shop. Let's see, where's my weapon shop at? Weapon shop's down there, okay. We just drag this down and do a quick placement really fast. Item shop is that one, okay. So to item shop. So are you, but for design-wise, are you using Unreal or are you using Game Maker, or if you don't mind answering? Okay, and then you. These aren't really important because they've all got the same name, but once the names for the people get placed, then that'll be different. And these will be adjusted placement wise, just for right now, that's what we want. Okay. So we're gonna create a few things here. Create scene. We're gonna call this one in. Weapon shop, duplicate, item shop, armor shop, and whoa, abandoned house, and we're gonna call this one. Can I put this in there? Oh, okay. Tried to use Unreal, but that was too hard to use, so I like... Yeah, you know, Unreal is it's definitely harder to use than... than Unity. Sorry, I'm like completely drawing a blank right now. I've got a copy of Game Maker, but I've never used it. How is Game Maker over using Unity, since you've been able to, you've utilized both of them? Add component. Let's hit play and see if this works. Should spawn me right about here. All right, so there's our guy. As you can see, there's no colliders working or anything like that, so I think we'll have to adjust his size. Do that or scale the houses down. So it moves with us. If we go out to the water, there's the house there. See, it stops it there. Stops it there. That's what we want. Nice. Yeah, I've heard some people, I have heard very good things about Godot. I personally have never used it. Let's see, sprites. Let's jump into the characters really fast. And let me see. I think this is the one we're using here. Let's try jumping that down to a 32-bit. Hit apply. Hit play again. Alright, so our guy is definitely too big now. So 32 is too big. Let's go 64. Maybe a little bit bigger. What? 32 divided in half, 48. Let's try 48, but right there between the two, because 34 is too big, and 64 is not quite big enough. 48 is just right. So we're going to go ahead and make a change to all of these. We're going to change them to 48, and we're going to hit apply. So what I'm using here, Swag, is it's a program called Orc Framework, which is an asset that's inside of Unity. It's actually, for lack of better words, a brain inside of Unity that definitely expedites the process. Okay, so let's make a couple of quick scenes here really fast, just to test these to see if they work. So we're gonna save this. Jump in here. UI, Text Mesh Pro. Oh, I didn't import my TMP Pro stuff here. Here we go. Let's see. Weapon shop. Look at the game, see what it looks like. Scene. Jump to that. Oops. And all we're gonna do is we're just gonna save each of these. Gonna copy the canvas. Oh, excuse me. We're gonna change this to name one's house. Save. Paste that there. Name two's house. And I'm just putting in the name twos because we haven't come up with the names for our players yet. Change this one to name 3's house. This will be abandoned house, and all we're going to do with this is just ensure that our scene changers are working. Okay. Almost done here. And last but not least, Valley. Yes, I am making a turn-based RPG game, very similar to what you would see with like Final Fantasy, Secret of Mana. Going with an old school style to start with. I may wind up making part 2 to this with making it 3-dimensional. Okay, so we're going to go into our file. We're going to go to the build settings. We're going to take all of these. And we're going to stick them in here. Okay, close that. We'll go back to Strandvir, and this is just our town here. So game scene, focus on the objects. There we go. So let's start, and let's just go ahead and expand some of these bigger colliders. To the valley, edit collider. This is one where I've, for the most part, literally just started doing this one. Probably, it's been a little bit of last week, but I'm actually going to be making a tutorial series kind of showing how to do what I'm doing in the game using the newest version of it. Okay, so let's hit play, and we're going to be doing a bunch of playing and stopping here. Oh wait, I forget. I got to go through each of these scenes one more time. Save. Create. Spawn point. And 0, 0, 0. Copy. Save. Paste. Save. Paste. Save. Paste. Save. Ah! I'm putting in the canvas. I don't want the canvas. No! Spawn point. Copy. Paste. There we go. Delete. Save. Try that again. What this is going to do is going to give a spot to where my player can spawn into each of these scenes, and then we will eventually build the scenes around this to ensure that it's working properly. This is just the one thing we wanted to test out. Okay, so back to our Strandvir scene. We'll start with the work objects, the scene changers to in. So for the scene changer, we're going to go a target scene. Yes, son. Yeah, I do. All right, let's call this one in. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. No, those aren't real swords. Weapon shop. That's a coat of arms that goes on the wall, buddy.
I'm holding one. Dad, I'm holding this one.
Yeah, be careful, that'll bust your toes. Put that back up, okay?
Hey! Hey!
Okay.
And the sword? Dad,
What?
what happened to this one?
Your brother's lost the parts of it. Okay, so let's adjust these names really
Is
quick.
this a real sword though?
No, but it can be sharpened up to make one.
Should I hold the one with the handle?
That's fine. It doesn't have a blade on it, so. Okay, and then last but not least, we just gotta set the valley. Huh?
You know Spy Ninjas when they used to slice stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have one of the swords that the ninja
Okay.
total sword.
So let's hit
Ninja
play.
Total sword.
You're thinking of a sai.
Yeah.
So now if my guy walks into this doorway here, it should teleport me to the scene that just says the inn. Alright, so that one works. Hit play. Try this one. Armor shop. And I think one of my biggest things that I love about the Orc Framework tool, I am not good at coding. First person to admit it, I suck at it. So item shop. Aha, that's where I messed up there. The school that I went to for game design, they did a very poor job of teaching the coding aspects of the class. As a result, I wound up coming out severely deficient in my personal opinion. So I've been doing a lot of my off time studying and learning how to do things on my own. Two's house. Okay. And, you know, it's definitely a very unfortunate thing that, you know, when that happens, because the game design world, like, we need a lot of people that are really good and really passionate. And that's the big thing to it. There's a lot of people that are in the design world that just have no passion. One's house. Okay. 3 more things to test. And then we can get working on the audio and all that fun stuff. Tested that one already. There's that house. Let's run this way now. There it is. Name 3's house. Sweet! And when we go through and edit this up, you'll definitely see a difference in the way it looks versus how it is now. The ability for me to be able to just walk right over the house and over the water, definitely not. You're good at building. Nice. Are you talking about building code, or are you talking about like world design, like actually building out the scenes, putting in all the brights and the shinies?
Dad,
Yes, buddy.
I cleaned the sword for you.
Thank you.
The
Okay.
only areas I cleaned it is the
Oh, thanks for the follow, dude.
Thank you for the follow.
areas I cleaned it that was between here I couldn't get.
That's okay. Just put that down, though.
I'm gonna keep cleaning.
All right. So all the scene changes work. And yeah, dude, game design, when you're doing the world building, that is definitely a challenging spot. You know, you have to have a huge eye for detail. And you know, boss, do you do game design as well?
Oh, Dad, does it hang like this? Like this?
Yes. Don't hang that over your foot, because if that flail hits your foot, it'll bust your foot open.
I'm gonna clean these.
No, just set it down. I gotta finish building that sword.
Wait, do you know where the rest of the pieces are?
No, that's what I gotta find, son. Sorry, my son found a coat of arms that I'm working on, and he's trying to play with the swords and the flails. You can't come over here. You don't have a shirt on.
No, I'm not playing with them. I just cleaned it.
Okay. All right, so that's all done. So back into the work objects here. Get that out of the way.
Is it just the missing part of the one sword?
Create empty.
Dad,
What?
is it just the missing part of that one sword?
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up an extra part that Orc has. Center Gaming is Love, the Scene Wizard. I'm going to park it here behind my head, but I can create a game object, type in Music Player 2D. There we go. Now I don't have any of my audio brought in yet, so we're just going to use the audio from the game. So let's go ahead and get this going. So I'm going to go into the Machinum tab. This is the brain of Orc, if you will. Get this out of the way. Pull that over. And we're going to go to game. We're going to go to music. We're going to go ahead and change this to town. And we're going to just type in village. This is stuff that's from the tutorial that I'm actually working from. I am going to have all of my own stuff in. It's just a matter of using this to get a start. And Swag, are you doing, by chance, are you doing 2D or 3D, by the way? Okay, get those settings saved. Hey Declan, can you bring me my drink please off the table? Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So, in the scene, we've got the music player added. So let's open this back up a little bit. And we'll do the music clip. We'll do town. Scene changers are in. Colliders are set. I'm not setting up the battle stuff just yet, but what we can do, let's save this. It's on the living room table, buddy. Let's hop over here to the end really quick, and we'll do a real quick setup. 3D, 2D object, tile map, rectangular. Okay. Ground shadow, wall shadow, solid object, shadow, above player, shadow. Set these layers really quick. Ground. Actually, we're going to do these two. Thank you, buddy.
Is it that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
These two are going to be on default.
Dad,
What?
you know that hammer thing that has like the rope?
Mm-hmm.
That has that little stuff for that set.
Nice, dude.
That had the sword that I cleaned.
Uh-huh.
You know that little ball thing?
Yeah.
I cleaned it.
Cool. You need to be super careful with that because that can hurt you.
No, I gently placed it on the ground instead of cleaning it.
Okay. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, my oldest son actually plays and the one that just brought me my drink, they're both really big fans of Roblox.
I'm good at Minecraft.
Yeah, you're really good at Minecraft, that's right. I've actually thought about getting into to Lua Dev as well to do the development on Roblox. Hey Declan, stop yelling, buddy. I'm streaming. Hey, fat dog. Okay, go on. Okay, so ground. We're gonna keep the in kind of a little different. So grid 0 0 ground. Let's go ahead and create our empties again. map points and create empty. Northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest, and honestly, that's all I do it for anymore. I enjoy doing the game design. I definitely don't make money for it. I've only got one game out published on Android, and it just, I kind of made it for my son to play. Let's see, how do we want to do this? So I want to do this one. Let's do 10 by 10. Okay, so northeast. These two we're gonna do -10. And then these two we're going to do -10. Okay, there. Northwest was 10. Yeah, we'll work with it. Floor? Nope. Nope. House. I think it's in this one. Maybe on my next project I move to Unity when I'm all done. Well, dude, I mean it's one of those things where you have to work with what you're comfortable in. In my case, I've worked with Unity since I started doing game design in 2018. So like in my case, that's why I am, I'm a lot more comfortable with Unity versus doing create folder. I'm more comfortable in Unity than I am with Unreal, even though I can sort of kind of. All right, realistically, I can open Unreal. That's about it at these days. But there's definitely differences. Let's see, interior, create. Tile palettes, tile maps, interior, select folder. And we're gonna go RPG town, houses, and the goodies. And we're gonna use the sliced version, decorative interiors. There we go. RPG world, sprites, tile palettes, tile maps, interior. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Like they each have their own, and I've been kind of looking at Godot for a little while now. It seems like what's the word I'm looking for? The developers of Godot have actually really upped their game. And it's just from a brief understanding that I've seen. And I saw that Brackeys actually came back, which really surprised me. Grids on 0. Oh, that's why that's off. If you've never utilized Brackeys, that he's a phenomenal person to watch his videos. we will do this. Click on the square there. Drag it all the way through there. You. Oh, wait. You. Ah! Messed up. Ground. Here. Okay. Pull that there. We use that. Pull that, and we'll go there. This is the part that takes a little bit more time and finesse working through it. Yeah, actually, when I started really getting into game design for, really pushing the bounds, if you will, as a hobby developer, I really utilized Bracky's tutorials to learn what little bit I know these days. Okay, so there's our ground. Zoom in on our walls, find an open door. I want that. Actually, I want all of those. Click on that. We're going to do wall, paint. Probably right there. Ooh, actually, we can do this. Yeah, I like that. Do this side. Oh. I'll have to work it this way then. Have you ever watched any of Bracky's videos by chance? Right there. And right there. Right there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then, actually, I don't like how that looks. I like that look better. Whoops. Yeah, Bracky's is he's on YouTube. He actually, if memory serves, he just recently started doing a new series on Godot. He had actually left the development field for a while. He came back when shortly after Unity had their kerfuffle, if you will, with the announcement. I believe it might have been earlier this year, where they were talking about adding in all of the runtime fees and all of that, but they've since walked that back, at least for now. But yeah, with the issues that had arisen, oh, that's gonna mess with me. I can't do that. Sorry, OCD would kick in here. There we go. And there we go. Okay, there we go. And then I'm gonna put this right here. Sorry, had a squirrel brain moment there. But yeah, he's a phenomenal instructor. He can teach you everything from Unity, working it all the way up to all the other different platforms that are out there. So I mean, if it's something that you are considering, trying different platforms or, expanding your knowledge, I would highly, highly, highly suggest checking out Brackeys. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and just copy this grid. I'm gonna save this. Spawn point. We're gonna move this down here really quick. Oh, and we have to do one more thing before we try to get out of here. Grid, ground. Gotta make it actually look like a full round floor. I think we'll use. I want to use this. Use this. Now everything's hidden, so we're good. So let's copy that again and save that. And then we can jump into the other scenes that we have. And we'll just do a simple copy and paste again. There we go. Save. Paste. Save. Paste. Save. Abandoned house. Paste. Save. Armor shop. Paste. Save. In is done. Item shop. Paste. Save. Not Stranver. Not Valley. Weapon shop. Paste. Save. And then we need to create an empty work objects. Hello. Okay, so the spawn point can go in there, and then we'll also pull that, click on that, we'll pull it down, put that there. Alright, we'll create an object, we'll call this one a scene changer 2D. We'll go ahead and minimize that, remove the circle collider, remove that, add a component, box collider 2D. Bring this down really quick. We're going to put that right there. And scene changer, we're going to be going to Strandvir. Save that. I also am going to go ahead and open the scene additively. So I've got the weapon shop pulled up. So what I need is under work objects, spawn points, the weapon is 1. So scene changer, spawn value, the ID value 1. Okay. And then we can hide that for the moment. We actually don't need that up to work with it. And we'll change this one and call it to Strander. Takes us right to Strandvir, zones in there, that's that. So what we'll do is we'll test and see what we have to get the placement on for the rotation here. Oh, excuse me, in a little bit. First and foremost, we need to go ahead and we need to create an empty, and we'll call this one camera border. Add component, camera border. Add component, Vox Collider 2D. Minimize that, expand that, edit that. We're gonna go 0, 0, 0. That'll cause us to have to adjust all of this. Over and down and up just a little bit. Camera border 0, 0, 0. We've got it at 10, so we need to do 20 by 20. We're actually going to go a little bit larger. We're going to go 21 by 21. Shift it over a little bit. Put that to 0. Really? How about 1.5? Better. And height-wise, we need to adjust that up as well, 0.5. And we're going to do 23? Yeah. Okay. So that's saved. My game's going to be called Bronx Queens since it's a roleplay game. Nice! So, based on the name, are we going to be working in, like, New York style? And are we going to be doing, is it, I asked this question earlier, I didn't see if you had responded. If you did, I apologize for missing it. Is it 2D or 3D? Okay. Save. So, let's go to the item shop now. Gonna go to the weapon shop again. Hey, don't you sass me. Weapon shop, work objects. Copy. Now we go to the item shop. Paste. 1 point. And we can just keep that in there. This is actually giving us everything that we need for the transfer wise. If we look at the camera border, lines up just right. Strand veer lines up right, but we have to change that. 3D with realistic graphics. Nice, man. Okay, I'm just gonna pull up a notepad really fast and we're gonna change a few things here. Oop, the dogs is barking. Let me holler for one of my kids to come get the dogs in. There he is. And of course his phone's off. Call the wife, hang on. Hey, can you have Devin let the dogs in, please? Because his phone's off. Went right to voicemail. Love you. Bye. Thank you. Okay, so there we go. Let's go ahead and we'll close all these out of the way. Scenes, Strandver, open scene additive. Okay, work objects, spawn points. Okay, so we got in. So while I'm getting all these put together, are you doing photoed, like photorealistic, or make sure I got that right. In weapon item armor, abandoned, name, valley. Cool, okay. And we can right click and unload scene. Okay, so to Strandver, our item shop is number 3. save. Paste this for the in. Okay, 2 strander 0. I can delete that. And we'll edit these a little bit later on. This is just kind of doing a super quick, dirty setup. Maybe, but I got other ideas that I want to do, like job building where you can make money and buy cars and houses. Nice. So you're looking at doing like a, almost like a Sims style game, right? Kind of like The Sims meets GTA. Okay. I would be very intrigued to see that once you get it up and running. Do you have a working demo of it out already, or you still in the building everything phase, getting it ready to demo? I think I've already got this one set as 8. So we're going to jump over to the town now. All right, so if everything works like it's supposed to, we should hear music right away. Oh, well, no music yet. That's okay, we can fix that. Okay, let's see. We're in the inn. Well, that's interesting. Oh. Okay, I know why that didn't work. Work objects. Camera border is trigger. Scene changer. Minimize is trigger. I'm a dork. Completely forgot to set those things. Spawn point. That's good. Okay, save. 2. Is trigger. Trigger, save. Moving right along. 2 stranders, trigger. 2, 3. I'm getting it ready to be demo. It's still in beta, so it's my dream game. Nice, dude. And, and that's kind of what this game is. This is actually the 4th time I've started it. The first time I started it, I had about 400 hours into it, and there was a misunderstanding or miscommunication. That's what Unity believed it to be. That's what they tried calling it, but for lack of better words, it was somebody that didn't know their job. And they told me that anything developed under a student license could not be published. And I had helped one of my buddies work on a game, and to utilize the tools that he was using, I had to use a student license. So I had swapped my license back from personal to student, and when that happened, I lost all of that work. So yeah, it definitely hurt. So I lost 400 hours worth. But ooh, I forgot to do this one. Let me see. Create empty. Map points. Create empty. Northwest. 2, 3. Northeast. Southwest. Southeast. Okay. So these two are going to be minus 50. You're 7 hours in? Heck yeah, dude. This one's going to be 50. These two will be 50. Whoops. These two will be 50. I think the one thing that I would say advice-wise, and this is a double-edged sword, be careful. Don't burn yourself out. I'll add more later, but for right now, we're just gonna do this. Grassland, there we go. I was at a point where I was spending, I don't know, a good 70, 80 hours a week working on my game. And while it was a... Ah, crap. While it was a thing of love, it was also my passion. But I wound up really causing a headache for myself because I spent so much time in it. What the? So make sure you keep it as a fine balance, you know what I mean? Missed it by that much. Okay. And then ground. Dude, good luck. I can't wait to see what it looks like when you're done. Sounds like you definitely have all your ideas figured out. How long have you been, if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been doing game design? Okay. Nice. Oh, excuse me. Use Roblox Studios? Heck yeah, man. Okay. Can I paste it? Oh, yes. Like a glove. Okay, work objects, set you to 0, camera border. Collider is going to be 100 by, whoa, not Q. It's going to be set to 0, 0. Nice, nice. Strand veer. Scene changer, number 9. Took me a week to come up with ideas. Nice. So, hang on. Sorry, I had to pop my back. Have you ever been through schooling for game design by chance, or just something you're all just self-taught? Alright, so now let's try that one more time. So now, click on that, hit that. Self-taught? Okay. So have you ever written a game design document before? There we go. Oh, see, I gotta fix. That's one of the things that I'll have to correct that. You can see a little blue on the side there and there. So I'll fix those. I don't know. I might leave that. Make it look like a wall. Looks kind of nice. Takes me back out. Okay, so this one needs to be rotated on the Z to where he's facing down. I can live with that one. What if we zone in here? Okay. Can work with that. Oh! So, saw an error there. I zoned out of the armor shop. Okay. So, a game design document, the best way to explain what it is like it's like a blueprint, if you will. Do you ever... Most kids don't do that. Most people don't do it these days. But do you remember when video games used to come in the cases? There would be like a little book inside, kind of gives you the rundown of what the game is. talks about what the controls are, what the features are, and goes into detail of it. Let me see if I can pull up an idea for you here. Excuse me. So well here we'll just cheat. We'll do a Chat GPT login. Pull it up here really fast. So this is kind of what you would want to do. And what this helps with is it kind of gives you a clear path, right? So this is literally just a brief outline. Then you can go through and fill in all of these. But what this helps with... Oh, Discord. For me, the game design documents help with what's called feature creep. You know, you're working on this awesome game, then you're like, you know what? It'd be super cool if we could do this. And then it'd be super cool if I could do that. And then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. And before you know it, your game has turned into ultimately what happened to Skull and Bones. You know, it's supposed to be this one super cohesive thing, but now it's got 5 million different hands going out in different directions. What time is it? 8:53. So, you know, that's definitely one of those things that if you have it, it also helps with keeping you more structured, right? You could set you up a timeline saying, okay, I want to do this today. I want to do, you know, by this day, I want to do these things, have all these things done by this day. I want to have all these things done by this time frame. You don't see them here on this screen, but I actually have those for my stream as well as for my game. But it's saved on my laptop. So we need to go to the armor shop. Okay, and the orc ID. Oh, let's go back over here. Strander. Orc objects. Spawn points. Armor shop is 3. And abandoned house is 4. Orc objects. 2 Strander. Scene changer. 4. Save. Oh, I can't wait to see some gameplay on here. Yeah, so I mean, right now, all I'm doing is just setting up the basic functionality. I will be adding in a little later today. Actually, it's probably going to be hopefully in about 2 weeks. I will be able to start putting in the functionality of gameplay. Have you ever played the old Final Fantasy games or Secret of Mana by chance? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, what the heck did I put into my notepad here? In weapon item, armor abandoned. Okay. So let's start over again. Let's jump to the back. So orc objects, 2 Strandveer, 1. Okay. Valley, orc object, 2 Strandveer, 9. 2. Let's do this here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's where I screwed myself up. Save that. Okay, item shop. Item shop is 2. Save that. In. Strander 0. Armor shop. Oh my goodness, my nose is just. Work objects, 2 Strandver. This is the armor shop. Armor shop is 3. Okay. So, do you remember how it used to have turn-based combat? You'd be walking around and then out of nowhere you get the random combat fight where you're fighting for your life against the bad guys. That's kind of what this game is going to be like. Okay, 3 is 7. The only difference is this game will actually be based in Celtic lore. 6. So a lot of the things that you're going to be fighting and the names and everything like that will actually be based off of old Celtic names. And this one is 5. But same concept. So where we're getting set right now, it's got the volume up there. We're not getting any audio from this. Let me see something. Okay. That needs to be 0 though, because I don't want to hear the echo. Music player. Town, play. Alright. So we know those work now. Let's go ahead and get back over to finishing this up. Music. Okay, need to type to play. Fade 2. Volume is 1. I got the volume up on this.
Battery high.
Volume's up.
Headset connected.
Okay. Get the music player. Start. Doesn't matter what type of music play. Save change you made to scene. Alright, let's save that. We should hear audio now. Maybe? Okay, super loud. Turn that down. Target volume 0.25. Music player. Circle collider. Let's remove this. Remove component. Add component. Box collider 2D. And let's set that to trigger. And we'll edit the size. Let's see. 0. And if memory serves, this was 30 by 30. 40 by 40. Let's see. 60. So 80. Okay. So now if we hit play, we got music. Just got to see what the volume's like on here. Okay, volume's still pretty loud, so we'll have to 0.05. Maybe it's just blowing my ears out because of my headset. Let's set it to 0.025. Cut that in half. Save that. What we're doing is just doing the quick audio adjustments. There we go. So the guy can run around. We'll add footsteps audio later. Zones into the inn. Walk around the inn. Fades out of the inn. And then if we walk up here, Comes into the valley. Now you see our players walking behind these cliffs here. This is that layering I was talking about earlier. Alright, cool. Back into Strandver. Walk into the old abandoned house. There we go. Double checking all the houses again really fast, making sure they sound right. Ooh, I lost the audio. I didn't put it on loop, that's why. Alright. So I think we've got that set up. So let's go to the music player. Play stored music, yep. Asset reference, start setting, machine type, asset source, trigger. There's got to be a loop on here. Okay, fade to interpolation. That's just mentioned in the music player. Say change scene you made. Scene change. Scene set of that music player. Okay. So let's save all that, and then let's check out the start scene that's put together for us. Scenes, tutorial assets, start menu. Game. It's blank. That's okay. We don't have to worry about that yet. So, tell you what, I'm going to take a quick few minute break. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, I got to go to pee, but I'm going to check on my kids. Get the oldest two ready for bed, and the little one, make sure he's in bed kind of early tonight because he's going to get up early and go fishing with me tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes. Okie doke. I'm back. Yeah. So I'm gonna set a few other things up. Make a few edits to some existing scenes that are here. I'm gonna add in these two aren't my scenes that I've made, but they're gonna be used for temporary measures. It's gonna be the combat scenes. Okay, so let's jump to this. Okay. Create empty. And again, the orc object folder is really just for the parent object. Is just for me. What we'll do is we'll get these two put together. Use the rotation. Save that. This one. Create empty. Object. Point. Zero rotation. Okay. And we'll also do the same thing with the start menu. We'll add an orc game starter. Make sure start game is set. Okay, that's there. Create an object. Whoa, music player. All right, let's go ahead and build the UI real quick, and then once we get the UI put together, we will actually switch over and start doing a few other things. But let's see, Windows Package Manager. We're going to use some of the assets that I have here. My assets. All right. I like the 4K GUI, but I don't think we're going to do that one. I think we're going to use this action RPG one. And I might use the GUI Pro. Yeah, I think we're going to do the GUI Pro. We'll do the quick install for this one. Import that real fast. You're not sure if you want to drive cars to earn money? Well, I mean, it really depends. You know, it's another mechanic that you have to build in. Different animations, different assets. Are you gonna have the person walking around like what you would see in GTA? So you actually have like a third person camera, or are you gonna do first person? Or have you determined which one it was going to be? First person or third person yet, or? I'm assuming since it's semi-open world, you're gonna do third person, correct? Or like an over-the-shoulder camera? Reason I ask, something you can do to expedite. Have you ever heard of Mixamo? Okay. Prefabs, create, folder, UI. No? Alright. Before I do this, let me show you that. Log in real fast. So you can actually get this for free. All of this is free to use. So the link is you can go to that link. But let's say, and I'm just going to use, you can use any of these characters too. These can all be used in your game. But I will go with the Y-bot, which is just the base male. Yep, use him. And then if I go in here, these are all animations you can get. So these are all animations that you could simply bring in and add it right to your characters. Do they have a driving? There you go. Different animations for driving. Honking a horn. Kind of looks like me when I'm angry at somebody. Animation for getting into the car. So if you decide to go that route, probably spelling bicycle wrong, you could probably alter the position of this to where instead of doing a bicycle kick like Liu Kang, you could do to where he actually is riding a bicycle too. So there's different animations and stuff you can get on here that are, I mean, in my opinion, phenomenal. I actually use these for my 3D versions of the games as well. Okay, so let's see here. Machinum. And it's going to be under UI settings. So we're going to go to that. Okay, the game's going to be 1920 by 1080. Text Mesh Pro is already set up. Environment scene. Scenes. Create new scene. Okay. Edit. Project settings. Editor. UI environment. Cool. Save. Open that up. Okay. I made a shop menu GUI. Nice. So that's actually what I'm about to start working on is the GUI here with Unity. So this might be something that you might be interested. And actually here, let's see. And you said you're using Godot or RPG Maker again? I'm sorry. Using Game Maker. Support get orc. Roblox Studios? Okay. So yeah, I know this won't work for that. Let's see, scene. So right click. right, what buttons do I need to make? Let's see. Prefab, UI, create, folder, boxes, buttons. All right, so I need a tab, bool, string. So let's right click, Macadam, UI box, tab button. Right click, Macadam, UI box, input button. Choice info. Okay, right click, Macadam, UI box, input button. Input button. Toggle. Yeah, I was looking to see. For some reason, I thought you had mentioned Game Maker earlier. I thought you were using Game Maker for making your game. That's my fault. What's really awesome with this particular tool is the stuff that you see me just kind of like clicking on and making right now. These actually are already fully functioning. You know, you adjust them to fit what you need. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. So there's my bool, string, tab, int, float, choice. Yeah. Unity can do just about anything you want to do. Whether you want to make a new World of Warcraft or the next EverQuest, or if you want to go all the way back old school, like, you know, kind of what I'm doing right now, and you want to make a game that looks like it would have been on the Super Nintendo. Unity has the functionality and the power to do it. Might not necessarily be easy. But it is, it's definitely one that you can work with. Okay, let's go ahead and pull back up my choice info button. Let's make a couple edits here. Right, 50. And actually, we're going to go ahead and just do that for all of them. Should have done this to begin with. My bad. You know, you said you're 7 hours into it, right? It's really hard to say. Like, I don't want to tell you not to, but I also would say build your game in what you're comfortable doing. The one thing to remember, though, is if you remake it to another program, make it different. Does that make sense? If you think you're going to go to Unity in the future for your game, I would start now, being as early as you are in the project. If you want to start it out and see how it does using the platform you're using right now, go that route. And then if you decide, hey, you know what, I did this, the game did pretty decent, let's make a number 2, but we'll make it better, or we'll make changes that are easier in Unity, then yeah, I could definitely see you going that route. So just, just be careful. I'd never want to see somebody waste their time. Okay. Skip through all of these. Got all of those. Yada yada yada. Okay, UI layers. Jump in here. So we're gonna add 2 new layers. Add. We're gonna drag one between there. We're gonna drag one between there. The one between there and there is gonna be background. And that one is going to be HUD. Save that, confirm. Okay, schematics, new schematic. Let's change UI color. So for doing code work, this is also kind of a thing that's very similar in Unreal. I missed him. This is the blueprint system that will be used in Unreal. Very similar to it. It definitely helps. At least in my case, because I suck at coding. So, sorry, alpha color 0. UI local. Alpha color max 225. Data key UI origin. Okay, save schematic. It's going to be saved in work 2D assets schematics. UI fade in. And the fade out is going to be the exact same thing. Weights enabled, disabled. Okay, we just got to change the colors. That one's going to be there. And that one's going to be there. Save schematic as UI fade out. Okay. Now let's go ahead and set the boxes up for the actual UI for like the shops and everything like that. So back in the main menu here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to right click, we're going to Machinum UI box, content, nope. Scroll vertical with title. Yeah, that's what we're going to do there. And we'll call this one alright. Center. Alright, so let's change the image first. I imported some stuff here. Where's it at? Prefabs layer lab. Okay. Extensions, prefabs, preview, resources. There we go. Particles, fonts, animations, sprites. Component. Button, frame, icon, equipment, icon, function, label, pop-up slider, UI, etc. Component. Label. There we go. Play around with these really quick. Now, I've never used these particular things that I'm about to plug in, so I don't know what they're going to look like. Yeah, no, that looks like crap. Undo that. Undo that. Pop up. Okay, this one I can work with. And if we jump to that one, minimize that. I don't want it on the canvas, I want it on that. Pull that up to a red. Black, no. Go over here, fade it that way. Get a brown here, so we can get like a kind kind of like a brown, but not a brown. You know what I mean? Center. What about this one? How does this one look? Oh yeah, I like that one. Okay, and then we'll expand this. We'll go to the title content. We'll do the same thing. We'll change this to that. Whoa, too big. How about that one? Okay. Image, UI content, horizontal layout group, content fitter, minimum size. Minimum size? Nope. Preferred size. Preferred size. Horizontal layout group. Let's see. Rect transform. Change this one. Oh no, I don't want to do that because that looks ugly. Okay. So let's try. What's this one sliced like? Let's try putting that one in place of it. This is the drawback when you're using multiple different sprites. You have a lot of playing around that you have to do. So let's try this. I'm going to duplicate this one. And this is set to 100. Let's set this to... Actually, let's go to the sprite editor for this one. And let's go up to here. Down to here. We'll go over to here and over to here. Actually, you know what? Before I do any of that, let's try this. Let's get out of there. Close that tab. Discard. Okay, so this one is going to be scaled. That's the default one, right? Yeah. Okay. Set this to 500. Title content. Cancel. Apply. Title content. That's getting better. Alright, let's get into the sprite editor. We'll see if we can tweak this some. We can also drop this down because it does not need to be that big. 512. Apply. And multiple sprite mode. Single? Let's do this. Oh no, we got to keep it multiple. Multiple sprite editor. Alright, let's see if we can tweak this thing really quick and make it look nice and pretty. Over, up, and down. See what the best that I can do with this. Apply. Scene. There we go. That looks much better already. Okay, so let's start with the center here. First, that. Kick that up. Okay, so on the center, we're going to set the width to 400, the height to 400. Okay, full alpha. The rect transform is good to go there. Scroll bar optional. So let's go ahead and adjust the scroll bar itself. And then we're going to go position. Let's try -5. No, let's go ahead more than that. -10. Whoops. -10, 20, 30, 25. Yeah, we can do minus 25, minus 10. Oh, sorry, let's do 10, 25, 35, 45, 55. Okay, minus 55. Nope. 55. Width 10. Yeah, I like that. All right, content padding. Okay, viewport. Expand that. Content. Okay, content padding. Here we go. Let's try this. 10. 10, 10, 10. No. 30. 30, 30, 30. No. 50, 50, 50, 50. There we go. I can work with that. And once more for the title box, same thing. Padding. 10, 10, 10, 10. All right, and there is our UI box. But let's do some tweaking with the scroll bar though. Right, back to the scene. Pop-up slider. I want our handle to be this is what I want our handle to look like. We might have to adjust the size and that's no. Okay. We're gonna one change this size because it doesn't need to be 248. Let's drop it down to 64. That's much better. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna duplicate this really quick, and we're gonna call this one scaled. Okay, I'm gonna put the handle on here, but this is going to be bumped up from 100. Let's try 500. Apply. No? What do we got in the sprite editor? Okay, that's set up there. Back to my scene. Okay. Did that apply? Okay. Scene. Handle. Scaled image. Sliders maxed. Sliding area. Oh, okay. Well, that looks uglier than sin. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. Let's try this one. That. What's it look like in the game window? Nope. That is uglier than crap. Alright, so we're going to go to scene, sliding area, scroll bar, vertical. What's this look like here? Let's try this. Yeah. There's our issue. So the scroll bar is distorted. All right, so we're gonna have to play around with the Gonna definitely have to play around with this later on, so we can adjust the sizing of the scroll bar. Because yeah, we don't want this to suck, and just yeah. The scroll bar is currently too big. Let's size it down. Dun, 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 dun. Let's also adjust this position X minus 5. Top 5. Width 10, bottom 5. Viewport. That's done. I don't know how I feel about that scroll bar there. I really don't. I think that just looks like crap. I will come back to that one. Okay. And layer lab. UI boxes. Okay. Now let's create a battle menu. Duplicate. Battle menu. Get that out of the way. Delete. Drag you up. And now we're going to change the anchoring. So it's going to be anchored to the bottom left. Set this to 0, 0. Width is going to be 400. Height is going to be 300. There's not going to be anything on the pivot. So boop, boop. Okay. Boop, boop. All right, that's there. That looks good. Oh, son of a biscuit. Delete. Battle menu. 0, 0, 0, 0. And bottom left. 0, 0. Overrides. Apply all. Okay, battle menu can go away. Duplicate this. We'll call this one menu small menu. Throw that up in the canvas area. Position is going to be off of the center, minus 600. Position on the Y, 200. We'll keep that at there. Okay, overrides. Don't you sass me. Open. Cool. So now if I delete that and I pull that in, see, there's the issue. It's not saving it like it's supposed to. Small menu. Minus 600. Whoops. 200. Alright, if I look at it in the game window, if I pull that in. There we go. Small menu's in. Alright. Next up, we'll do an info menu. Right click. Another way to do this is just to unpack it as you go through and do each one. We'll call this one info menu. Alright, we're going to do a positive 600 and a minus 200. Make that there. Delete that one out. Now we'll put in a big menu. Right click, prefab, up. Big menu. And this one's gonna be 800 by 800. Okay. Prefab. Now we'll do the dialog button. Okay. And we'll call this one dialog. Anchor it at the bottom center. Pivot, we're going to keep at 0.5, but on the Y it's going to be 0. Position on the Y is going to be 100. And the width is going to be 600. Height is going to be 200. That's what it would look like. Keep that one in there. Original prefab. Okay. Center. Call this one Action Info. Yeah, let's just make it from scratch here. Hang on. Let's right click. Magnum UI box. Fit to size. Okay. What you talking about there, Lethal? I like the name and the possibility of trolling somebody, though. But in order for an account to be suspended, you got to do something wrong. Let's go back in and find this crap I was working with in here. Pro, resources, sprites, component. Wasn't under label, was it under pop-up? Yeah, it was under pop-up. Oh man, my back. Image, scaled. Set the color. Max it out. Okay. Vertical padding. We're gonna do 2020, 2015. Content size fitter, preferred and preferred. Oh man, like I am a retro gamer, so a lot of the games you're gonna, if I am playing games on here, a lot of it's older school stuff. But you know, if you really want the retro stuff, you can go this route. But no, I prefer the old school 80s stuff, man. Like the games back then, they weren't as complex, but there was also more of a storyline. And I joke with a lot of my buddies, you know, they're amazing at Call of Duty or, you know, some of the newer games, but I put them in front of Mega Man. They get wrecked. No, you're good though, man. Okay. Let's see. This is gonna be the action info. And God, man, I've been playing games for too many years. So I finally got into to making my own. And the game that I'm actually working on making right now is old school. It's kind of like a 32-bit Super Nintendo era graphics and gameplay. Kind of to me, it's reminiscent of Final Fantasy 3, the US release. I want to say it was like Final Fantasy Legends. Okay, UI boxes. Here we go. General settings. Default controls. No, as of right now, the one that I'm building will be, it's only going to be on Steam to start out with. I do have one that is out on Android, and that's just because I don't want to pay $100 a year to have it on iOS, being that it is a completely free game. But so I have one that's out, but it's nothing like what I'm working on here, as this one is going to be an RPG. The one that's out, it's called Critter Havoc, and I put that one together. Honestly, just thinking of my 9-year-old, he loves playing games in the car on his phone. But a lot of times when you're out, you're running, on car trips and stuff like that, you get through a lot of dead spots. Yeah. So with Android, for developers that are working on Android, there's a one-time fee of it was $25. I think it still is, but I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on that. But there's a one-time fee to get a Google developer account. Once you get that account, you could develop as many games as you want. And as long as you meet all of their criteria for the development process, you're good. So yeah, the one that I've got out, there's no ads, doesn't require internet except for the download. Honestly, it's probably one of the corniest games I've ever had a hand in making. But my 9-year-old loved it. So... So this game, to actually that question, Louie, if it does well on Steam, then I will potentially port it over to PS5, Xbox, and Switch. But it would have to do exceptionally well in order for me to do that, because I want to say, unless I do a self-publish on like the Xbox Game Pass, I think it's somewhere to the tune of about $2,500 the last time I looked at it to publish to Xbox, and I don't remember what it was for Sony. For Steam, it's a $100 fee per game. And then of course you have the royalties that you have to pay towards like Unity and stuff like that if you go over 100K profit of the game in a rolling 12 months. But yeah, so would I love to say that this game will be on every single platform and I'll make it mobile compatible? I'd love to say that, but I mean, realistically, it's hard. I mean, it's really hard to say what the definitive outcome would be. Okay. With full alpha, let's kind of move this down. Don't you sass me thing. Yeah, I can work with that one. Okay. All right. Default schematics before open, fade in, and enable wait, and before close, fade out, and enable wait. And then with UI boxes, we're going to call this one center. And layer 1. Alright, so we're just going to make a bunch of copies now. So we'll go action info, battle menu, menu. So, and also just so you know, Lethal, what we're doing, the game that I'm working on, I'm using Unity, and inside of Unity, I am also using an asset called Orc Framework. And Orc Framework, it's basically just ramps up the brain of what Unity can do. And it honestly speeds up the development process. One of the guys that I talked to after he learned how to work Orc and build in it, he said it shaved between 5 and 6 years off of his development time. So I can't say for certain that that's going to work for me, but I know it definitely saves a lot of time, and there's a lot of coding that I don't have to do. Okay, get the flying text set up here. So get that out of there, right click. Framework, Machinum, UI, flying text, sprite. Save this, make sure everything's saved, good deal. And jump over to that. Ooh, let's zoom on out here. Okay. Okay. Size 50 by 50. Component. Size fitter, preferred, and preferred. Okay. And flying. Nope. Prefabs UI. Flying text. Machinum schematics. So what we put together right now is the little floating text that you would see. If you get hit or if you get healed, you see little numbers floating up. So make these changes. Y will be 100. Fade enable. Weights disabled. Value of 3. Interpolation is going to be linear. Data key is UI and it's local. Right click and we'll do change UI color. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so we'll go with fade. Enable the weight 0.25 value, non-linear. Alpha is enabled. RGB is disabled. Start color is going to be 0 alpha. And the end color is going to be max alpha. Data key UI local. Right click, weight. But yeah, the Orc framework, honestly, I mean, if you take the time to learn Orc, I would say anybody that wants to build a game can do it. And you know, it's not just RPGs that wait, we should wait. Okay, wait. Double check everything here real fast. Value 2.25. Color 0.25. That one's going to be full alpha to no alpha. Okay. Save schematic. Back into Machinum UI settings, flying text, UI prefab, create object type none, follow world position, enable. Alright, default flying positions, use an order, check, reset order, check, 0.5, got 0 on there. Okay, we'll add a position, minimize that. Alright. Base offset will be minus 0.5. And we'll add a position and we'll do minus 1. Okay. Save those changes. And now let's start setting up the status system. So the health and all that good stuff. And we're actually not too far away from getting the combat up. So, excuse me. I'm going to save this. And I'm going to get to that part tomorrow because the status, setting up the statuses does take a good bit of time. So, I'm thinking about going to play a game. Out of curiosity, do you guys want to play anything? Discard. Take a peek and see if, what do we got here? Who sent me a message? Ignore. Freaking spam people, man. They annoy me. Okay. Tell you what. Let's play some Smite. What am I after here? You docs, stream information. All right, why is my stuff being stupid? Oh, excuse me. By chance, do any of y'all play Smite? Ooh, drop frames. That's not good. Okay. You don't play that? Have you ever heard of it? Oh, Jesus, that's loud. it's a lot like League of Legends. You only play Wizard 101? I've played that before. That game was actually surprisingly done very well. Kind of blew my mind that it did as well as it did. All right. Oh, I gotta change. Gotta change routing. System volume down some. Change that to that. Game volume up some. Godly might chest. Right. Cross-gen pass. Oh, Jesus, that scared me. Do you play games on Xbox, PC, or PlayStation by chance? Lil J? I don't want to gifts. What's this? Justices! Cop and Tarasu dance. Aphrodite clap. Ooh, can I can choose which one I get? Bet. I don't play him, so let's find one that I play. We got Neath in here. Con clap. Oh, tell me there's some stuff for Neath. No? Oh, yep, there's a Neath wave. PS5 and PC. Okay. Well, if you do want to play this game, the first Smite is free. Smite 2 is coming out soon. But it's not out yet. Vamana, Chivalonke, Chani Moja, Agni. What? Oh, I've already got all those. Okay. I looked through all that and it gave me... it lied to me. Had me excited for no reason. Alright, so I'm going to do an arena first. So the game is... typically it's a 5 versus 5.
Pick your god.
Lancelot.
Thanatos. The eternal darkness has arrived.
So this game is based around mythology. So you've got Greek, Roman, Norse, Egyptian, you know, stuff like that. It's got Mayan, it's got, I think, Aztec, Chinese, Japanese, Celtic, all sorts of different religions from around the world, and it's got creatures and people from those mythologies. Oh yeah, this is gonna hurt. Ow. So basically, in this game mode, you are playing just a 5v5, and this one's a points game. Some of the other game modes actually have goals to them, like actual measurable goals, I should say. But that team is actually really well designed.
And the rider of the dark winds. Almost as deadly as me. On my way. Greetings, inferiors.
So your different classes you have in the game, you've got mage, you've got warrior, assassin, hunter, and guardian. The guy that I'm playing right now is an assassin. Oh, good hit. I jumped in to save somebody and I got my face pumped out.
I got your back, brother.
Wow. That hurt. So I guess I'm going to be leveling up more because that Thanatos is going to just stomp our butts. Oh my god, I'm gonna die!
An ally has been slain.
Next time, I'm sure.
With this, death would come for all.
So the Thanatos character he definitely is a challenging person to play. Just movement speed for 6 seconds. Whoa, stupid! Drop that hurricane or the tornado right on my head.
Almost as deadly as me.
So the guy that's over here to the side, Lancelot, he's a warrior. And he is definitely not doing the job that he's supposed to be doing. Woo! Almost died.
You're on fire! Boom, baby! Freedom!
Can't believe I missed that.
Nice job.
With this, death would come for all.
It's alright. We'll bring it back. Oh, we are getting destroyed. It's definitely a challenging game to play. Like it's a cross between tactics. Let's see, utility, defensive, offensive, attack speed.
Almost as deadly as me.
Yeah, this one's not gonna. We're definitely gonna lose this one. Like our team is definitely not doing good, myself included.
America to the rescue! Ally has been slain! Why aren't you the American dream?
Wow. Well done.
Take my flame! I got your back, brother.
Next time, I'm sure.
Stupid Anubis. He wrapped me up so I couldn't get the other guy. Wow, that sucked. I ran right into that. So you develop as your abilities go up, you get stronger. It's enjoyable. You know, you gotta have a good team, otherwise it gets pretty bad.
You're on fire! You have an ally has been slain!
Dare to defy me?
Whoa, lag spike.
Patriot has lost!
Wow. see. Where's my brawler's beat stick at?
You're on fire!
Dang it, I missed him. Oh, he popped his freaking... That sucked.
Come and get
Almost
I
as
thought I was hot shit. I know.
Well, I didn't even get to vote. 08, 04, 01, 1 and 8. Yeah, that was a bad match. Normally I would give commendations to people, but yeah, that was horrible on across the board. Like what? Yeah, that's just gross. All right, so first game of the night. It's always a bad one. Normally not that bad, but bad nonetheless. Actually, before we play again, let's get a quick build put together here really fast. No. Oh, excuse me. Nope, not Achilles. Thanatos! Ability builders put together. Okay. Pull up Thanatos' stuff really fast. Alright, let's take a look and see what this build does. So, Boomba's Hammer. Casting ability, your next basic attack deals 70% true damage. Hammer, you have to go down reduced by 0.5. You heal for 80 health. Okay, basic attack deal 25 true damage. Your abilities deal 35% versus jungle monsters. When you kill jungle monsters, you're restored. Okay. Alright, I think we might change this a little. But let's put in, whoops, Mannequin Scepter. So that'll be the starting item. And then okay, let's see attack speed. Where's the swords? Equinox. You hit me with the basic attack in the front. You heal yourself with 1+1. Increased by 50% of the target's guy. When you hit an enemy with the basic attack from the back, deal 15 plus 2. Basic katana. Kill him and guy drains their shadow, causing you to enter stealth and getting 30% movement speed. 5 seconds. Serrated edge. Yes, that cruelty, power, 3% lifesteal. Demon Blade. Select. Okay. No. What do we got? The starter. Physical power. Protection. Basic attack does bonus damage. 2.5% equal health as magic damage to your enemies and structures. Okay. I mean, that one's actually pretty legit. Death's Toll. We're going to take this one over Mannequin. And let's take off starter. Let's do attack speed and crit. Bladed Boomerang. Now we'll do power and crit. Start her off. Power, crit. Deathbringer. Then attack speed. Equinox. And last but not least, we'll do attack speed. Enemy go base attack in a permanent yeah. We'll try that. I want to see what that does. I was thinking about making a horror game, but I put that on my list. Yeah, you know, horror games are actually they're really fun to do. One of the games that I've actually been a part of developing was a VR horror game. And, you know, you're walking in, it's kind of like, oh, what is Lethal Company, I think is, it's not the game that I was a part of, but Lethal Company is similar to it. It's a very slow-paced walking game.
Select your god.
Settings, making sure my push to talk is off or on. Audio. Voice chat off. Mute voice chat. Microphone. Voice chat. Mute microphone. Push to talk. Okay. You can definitely do a lot with a video game or for a horror game just by doing good lighting and good audio. Making one where it's just oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, this is gonna hurt. That entire team is magicians. Yeah, you know, it just takes a little bit of practice. If you're going to do a horror game, I would recommend starting that in Unity. And the only reason why, like, I don't know the Roblox Studios, how good it is for doing stuff like that, but horror games you could definitely get a lot more doing it out of VR than you do.
The souls here are restless. Even the immortals shall fear death now.
Yeah, if you haven't already done so, man, if you have Discord, hop in the Discord channel. Hop in the Discord channel, and then down in the bottom channel, there's one called the Sticks. That's my actual channel. We created the Gamers Paradise as a community Discord. We've got a bunch of guys in there that I'd be willing to bet would be more than happy to test the game out if you put one up. Ah! Got blocked by the minions, couldn't get away. Where'd she go?
Get riggedy rack, son. Wait.
Gotta pull back and play smart. Woo! Team's actually doing relatively well. A lot more than I was expecting us to do against that.
My subjects. Even the immortals shall see day. There is no one quite as chill as I.
Sometimes you have to just try to bait people in with this game in the hopes that they... Ooh, why am I lagging so bad right now? Why are you hitting me? Knock it off! This is not good. Like, my system should not be lagging like it is right now. Good God. Nicely done.
Enemy has been slain.
I am so overjoyed.
There we go. Come on now. So I don't hit very hard yet with this build, but all right, got the attack speed buff, so all right, what do we want to put up next? Let's put up the bladed boomerang.
Even the immortals shall fear death now.
Freedom! Another patriot has fallen.
I am so overjoyed.
Jesus! Ooh, that was close.
Death's will grows stronger.
An enemy has been slain.
Get these things down out of the way.
What an unfortunate set of
Do 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 do. Yeah, they are just wrecking my face.
What an unfortunate set of circumstances.
What's up, buddy? Hi.
Even the immortals shall
It's bedtime for you. Mom said it's bedtime for you? Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10:35. Not tonight, bud. Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know. Ooh, that was close. That was close. All right, let me see here. Essential defense, magical defense. What's the best one?
Please. Freedom! An enemy has been slain.
I am so overjoyed. On my way.
All right, pushing up again.
On you, the American. You're on fire.
So many whirlwinds. Yes, son.
Hello.
Oh, that's cool.
Like,
I don't know what that looks like.
doesn't have
Hang on, bug.
On my way.
I'm dead. All right, try it again. Pull it back. 950. Okay, by the time I get back in, I'll be almost there for that. That's gonna drop my damage that they give me by a lot.
Death is not frightened me. On my way.
trying to get my attack speed up. Getting the attack speed up is going to allow me to hit them faster.
Got your back, brother.
Man, this is bad.
Retreat. Group up. Death's grip grows stronger.
I think diamond. You know.
That I will give the Discordia credit. She's a freaking sniper. Come on, man. I'm jumping in and just pounding on them, but I'm just not doing enough damage.
On my way. Shall fear death. Ultimate is ready. Ultimate is ready. Ultimate is ready.
On thy way. Freedom! An enemy has been slain. Shoot down. Boom, baby.
I'll drop in and
I am so
cause some damage.
annoyed.
Minions have reached your coordinates. Come get some.
On my way.
You have slain an enemy.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Get the whole Zoidberg thing going on. What, buddy? Yeah. It looks pretty crazy, that's for sure.
Death's grip grows stronger.
You're on fire.
Ultimate is ready.
Another patriot has fallen. Freedom!
Dad. Dad.
I am so
Dad.
What, bud?
Those
quite as chill as I.
Huh?
Oh, that look. Dad.
I can't look, bud.
Have that. Why?
Ally has been slain.
Why?
What?
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah.
I did it! Dad, I did it! Look! Look!
Hang on.
Look!
Keep it up. Oh, I bet you they're angry. Double assassination right at their gate. Okay. We got this. I mean, this game's over, but
Crack me a cold.
oh, almost got him.
I admire your bravery.
Okay, Declan, you need to go lay down, buddy.
It shall be. I respect the apology.
I'm not coming to bed yet.
Shut down. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Middle lane. On my way. On my way.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Ultimate is ready.
Ultimate is ready. Ultimate is down. Freedom!
It's a very well played game. All right, everybody. I think I am gonna call it for tonight. Take one win for the evening. I am hitting the wrong button. I am actually going to be taking my son fishing tomorrow. I'm going to go to the beach. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for the evening. What was that? But you don't need to play with that. You're going to hurt yourself. But for those that hopped in, hung out, y'all have an amazing evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Or, yeah. You guys have a great night, and I will try to get on tomorrow evening and get a little bit more streaming done. But y'all have a great night. We'll catch you later.